Yeah, it's a Friday. That means we check in with KTBB owner, general manager Paul Gleiser, and you tell me, Texas, what's on your mind today, sir?
Good morning, Garth. We are sponsored by KE Cellars, Tyler's Old World-style boutique winery in the French Quarter on South Broadway across from the mall. Again, a word of thanks to those of you who regularly visit and interact at youtellmetexas.com. We've made it as easy as possible for you to share these commentaries with your social network via email, Facebook, and Twitter. We've created a subscription system so that you are among the very first to know when we've posted something new. And you can also subscribe to audio podcasts of You Tell Me via your iTunes account. But most important is your voice. Your comments make You Tell Me what it is. I say what's on my mind. You respond with what's on yours. That's why we call it You Tell Me. That applies particularly to today's commentary. I confess to being at a loss. When people ask me who I think will run against Obama in 2012, I have to say that I don't know. Not only do I not know, I don't have a favorite at the moment, and that scares me. Thus, I'd like your input today. At one of two certain dates in the future, the Obama presidency will come to an end. Those of us who stand appalled at the results of the first 2 years of Obama's administration fervently hope that that date turns out to be January 20th, 2013, the inauguration day of the new president who takes Obama's place as a result of winning the November 2012 election. Otherwise, the most big-spending, activist, redistributionist president in modern times will hold the office until January of 2017. The mind boggles. If it is to be the earlier of the two dates for someone to arrange Obama's exit, time is growing perilously short. By this time in the failed administration of Jimmy Carter, we knew that Ronald Reagan was out there. His narrow defeat for the nomination against Gerald Ford in 1976 had positioned him as the clear favorite to win the nomination in 1980, which, of course, he went on to do. No such figure exists today. A few days ago, Senator John Thune of South Dakota announced on his Facebook page that he's out. A couple of weeks ago, Representative Mike Pence, a solid conservative from Indiana, whom some considered a dark horse possibility, did the same thing. As of now, the only Republicans whom we can say with a high level of certainty are in the race are Tim Pawlenty, the former governor of Minnesota, and Mitt Romney, the former governor of Massachusetts. Hanging around on the periphery are Mike Huckabee, the former governor of Arkansas, who incidentally will be in Tyler on March 13th signing his new book at Hastings, and former Speaker of the House Newt Gingrich. A close friend and colleague of mine has bet me a lobster dinner at the Palm that Obama gets reelected in 2012. I contend that the November 2010 election was not an isolated event, and that presidents who are running against persistent high unemployment and weak economic growth, both of which are likely to still be the case in 2012, have a very hard time getting reelected. But with that said, Obama will be a formidable opponent for whomever the Republicans nominate, and none of those in the field today excite the way Reagan did in the last 2 years of the Carter administration. Newt Gingrich has a bunch of personal baggage. Mitt Romney pushed a health care plan through in Massachusetts that is disturbingly similar to Obamacare. Cries of hypocrisy when he runs against Obamacare will be hard to drown out. Huckabee and Pawlenty suffer from poor national awareness and also unfairly, to be sure, from having unusual last names. Oh, wait, how many Obamas are there in the Tyler phone book? And then there's Sarah Palin. No one knows what her plan is, but I, for one, hope that it doesn't include a run for the White House. She has just become too big a caricature of her own self. I think Obama would annihilate her. Bottom line, I'm nervous. I'm not fired up about any of these potential candidates, and time is growing short. I know it's 19 months until November of 2012, but that's not much time when you consider that Obama will come to the race with close to $1 billion in his war chest. So who do you think it should be? I confess to being at a loss. Am I wrong? I'd sure like to be. So go to youtellmetexas.com and please, you tell me. If your taste runs toward light and sweet wines, I have a winner to recommend. I know it's a winner because my wife loves it, and she is one tough critic. Go to KE Cellars as soon as you can. Today, after work would be good. And tell them I told you to try their brand-new Keeper Sol Estates White Zinfandel. The White Zinfandel is a blush wine. It's served chilled, and it's light and refreshing anytime, but particularly so as we shake off the winter. The release of a White Zinfandel marks a true coming of age with the Kiepersol Estates Winery. Whites and blushes are a greater test of the winemaker's skill, and this wine puts Texas's own Kiepersol Estates right smack in the big leagues. But as always, please don't take my word. Just visit KE Cellars today after work and ask to try the Kiepersol Estates White Zinfandel. You can do that because KE Cellars is a working winery with a tasting room. Try this or any wine in the collection before you buy it, and tell them to put the $1 nominal tasting fee on my tab. KE Cellars, Tyler's Old World Style Boutique Winery in the French Quarter on South Broadway across from the mall, and online at KECellars.com.